Welcome back to Cooking Like the Yeungs. If you have not yet subscribed to our food travel shopping channel, hit the subscribe button right now. So today I am going to use my Staub La Cocotte to do a bread. So I'm doing a no knead bread. So you don't have to, knead, but you do have to wait. I'm gonna be using specifically the bread flour, and you just need a couple of basic ingredients, but you just need to wait for 24 hours. And I suggest during the winter time, you might actually do a little proofing in the oven if your oven have one of these function where you can proof. So I would suggest you put it in there just to keep the temperature more stable, because I know at my house, it kind of fluctuates in terms of temperature wise. So it's a bit cooler right now because it's the winter time. So let's get started, and then I'll show you how to make this very easy recipe for a lovely bread. Okay, so I am going to be doing my no knead cast iron bread here. First, we need some bread flour. So I need 3 cups of bread flour here. So I'm gonna put it into a bowl. So that's 1 cup. We need a total of 3 cups. And here's our 2nd cup. And here's our 3rd cup. So 3 cups of bread flour. Okay, I'm gonna put in 2 teaspoons of salt here. And then 1/4 teaspoon of our active yeast. All right, so we're just gonna use a wooden spoon to mix all the dry ingredients here first. All right, it's a very, very easy way to do this no knead cast iron bread. So once we mix our mixture here with the dry ingredients, we're gonna use 1 1/3 cup of lukewarm water. And we're just gonna directly pour it in. And we're just gonna use our wooden spoon to mix our mixture here until it forms a dough. Okay, which should be a sticky mixture. So I just want to combine everything into a ball here. So that's why I'm just going to use my wooden spoon to roll this out around the bowl until everything comes together. All right, so that's pretty much it. All the dough out of my wooden spoon here. So you see the sticky texture here? That is what we wanted. If you don't have the sticky texture here, you want to add a little bit more water in this case. But essentially, it should be a sticky mixture like this. I get all my dough into the center here. And that's good. With a wet kitchen towel, we're just gonna cover our bowl and let this sit overnight. So basically you wanna let that sit at 18 to 24 hours. I'm gonna put it over 24 hours. Make sure you place it at a place where there's no draft wind, okay? All right, so let's take a look at our bread dough after 24 hours of proofing our bread. Now we're gonna take this out. Okay, I'm gonna deflate that first. And on my counter, I'm gonna put some bread flour here. Take out my dough. Okay, very, very sticky right now. So we need lots of flour. And get all the remaining dough out from our bowl. All right, so essentially we just wanted to form our dough and make it nice and smooth again. All right, so I'm just folding it in and using the flour to coat it on top. All right, remember we are going to put it into we are going to use our La Cocotte to bake our bread here. All right, so I'm gonna tuck that in. I'm gonna put the flour on top. Okay, I'm gonna form a shape, nice and round. I'm gonna put the bread dough into the La Cocotte. I'm using my 22 centimeter La Cocotte here, and I'm gonna put it in the pot with my Parmesan paper layered. And I'm gonna cover this and proof it for another 2 hours before we bake it. Okay, to help with the bread proofing process, I'm gonna put it in the oven, and my oven do have the bread proofing temperature, which is 100 degrees. So I'm gonna put that in, and we're gonna do that for 2 hours, and then we're gonna come back and take it out, and we're gonna do the next step for baking our bread.
A few moments later.
So after 2 hours of proofing my bread in the oven, look at the size. It has double the size. So I'm gonna take out the bread, and I'm gonna leave the cocotte in the oven, because we gotta preheat the cocotte 475 degrees. So I'm gonna carefully remove the bread. All right, so once the oven is preheated to 475 degrees, with our cocotte, which is really hot, so you gotta be careful, we're going to lower our bread dough into the cocotte. So this is where the Parmesan paper come in handy. So that's why we wanna put it into the Parmesan paper. All right, so we're gonna open it up a little bit. And we're gonna bake this 30 minutes first with the lid on. So we're gonna cover our bread with the lid on and bake it for 30 minutes. Okay, so after 30 minutes of baking our bread, we're gonna open it up, and we're gonna continue to bake it for another minutes or so. And we're gonna monitor, because already the bread seems to be nice and golden brown here already. So mainly we're removing the lid, and we're gonna continue to bake another minute. Alright, so the results here, this is my bread. I actually bake it for another 5 minutes or so, because it's already pretty much golden brown when I opened it. Let's pull it out. Alright, so now we want to remove our bread from the La Cocotte completely, so then we can let it cool off. So put it on a rack. And at the same time, I'm going to remove the Parmesan paper as well. I'm just going to slide it out because it is really hot. Okay, so overall the results looks really good. So I baked it for 30 minutes in the oven for 475 degrees using my La Cocotte, and I just baked it another 5 minutes afterward, opening the lid. So yeah, so I can't wait to cut it into slices and see how the inside of the bread looks like. So we're gonna wait 1 hour here, completely cool down the bread before we cut into it. So we'll come back after an hour.
A few moments later.
All right, let's cut into our bread and see how this turned out. Oh, wow. I think I like what I'm seeing inside here, the texture. Yep, definitely really good. You see all the little holes here with the bread structure. So this looks really good. All right, so it really came out very nice here. Definitely on the side is crusty, right, when I cut into it. So even when I reheat the bread and toast it, definitely I think the side is gonna be very nice and crusty. But look at that, the texture looks good. This is just another idea for you to use your La Cocotte. I hope you enjoyed this video with cooking with the Yeungs, and inspire you to use your La Cocotte in different ways. And this is just one way to make some bread. And I think I really like it. So thanks for watching. And if you have not yet subscribed to our food travel shopping channel, hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell notification for our latest video and update. And hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.